Lady from New York is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from Michigan, the ranking member on Ways and Means, Mr. Levin.
The gentleman from Michigan is recognized for 3 minutes.
Ask unanimous consent to revise and extend.
Without objection.
You know, when you boil this all down, essentially what this bill says is pay some bills first and not others. I came here because if the rule passes, we'll have a full discussion tomorrow, but I wanted to share with everybody the story that I saw this morning. It's accurate. The headline is, John Boehner on debt ceiling, let's pay China first, then U.S. troops. That headline in HuffPost is based on an interview of the speaker with Bloomberg TV, Peter Cook. And I quote, Mr. Cook, doesn't it mean, as Democrats have suggested, that you're basically choosing to pay China before you pay U.S. troops? The speaker, in quotes, listen, those who have loaned us money, like in any other proceeding, if you will, court proceeding, the bondholders usually get paid first. Same thing here. Same thing here, end of quote. And then the speaker says, to conclude his comments, as to the administration, if it comes to the point where they don't have enough money to pay the bills, here is some order that we think is sound. End of quotes. It's not sound. As the SAP says, it's not workable. It endangers our economy. I quote Keith Hennessy, a former Bush administration economist. It would be the first step, I quote, to becoming a banana republic, end of quotes. In quotes, a bloody mess, end of quotes. As mentioned earlier by our distinguished ranking member on the rules, another Bush administration official, Tony Fratto, said, I quote, prioritization is impossible. Is the government really going to be in the position of withholding benefits, salaries, rent, contract payments in order to pay off Treasury bondholders? Almost half, by the way, are held by foreigners. So it isn't sound also to choose some over others. And so I just want to go through the list, if I might, so everybody understands essentially what this is saying. China and other bondholders first, not American troops in harm's way. China first, not retired and disabled veterans. I ask for additional time, if I might.
I yield the gentleman an additional minute.
Gentleman from Michigan is recognized for a minute.
China first, not doctors and hospitals treating Medicare patients. China first, not American small businesses who provide goods and services. China and others first, not school lunch programs. China and others first, not universities doing medical research. China and other bondholders first, not college students who earn Pell Grants, or taxpayers do refunds, or other federal trust funds holding Treasury bonds. For example, Medicare trust funds, deposit insurance, highway and airport trust funds, and the Federal Housing Authority. In a word, this is irresponsible. Default is default is default. The Republicans are playing with fire, I think, to gain political leverage. Instead, they should think of the national interest. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Michigan yields back. The lady from New York.